Well, greetings, everyone, and welcome to a truly special and important online event today. It's called Heal Hidden Imbalances in Your Body, Mind, and Spirit with Qigong. Release blocked energy from trauma to restore vitality, flow, and balance. My name is Stephen Dyna. I'm the founder and CEO of the Shift Network, and I'm really blessed to be with you here today because we're going to get to learn from a true master. I'm serious when I've had so many people say that Master Chunyi Lin has healed them, has taught them how to heal. There's a lot of excitement around his ability to take ancient Qigong practices, make them very accessible in a modern context, and also address some of the many ways that we're impacted by this very chaotic and often traumatizing collective situation we're in. So, a few more words about him. Master Chunyi Lin is the founder of Spring Forest Qigong. He's taught for Shift before, always has rave reviews, and is really known for his healing abilities using Qigong principles. If you are excited by today, as I'm sure a lot of you will be, we have a brand new course with him. It's called Qigong to Heal the Hidden Imbalances Living in Your Body, Mind, and Spirit. We're going to share more about that towards the end of the hour. So, Master Chunyi, thank you so much for joining us again.
So, hello, my dear friends, Stephen. So, thank you so much for the invite. And it is such a great honor to be with you today. Thank you.
Well, I know you've shared a bit about this in the past, but I still think it's worth going into a bit of your journey with Qigong and with these healing practices we're going to talk about today. Like you're really steeped in this work and have been an emissary from China to the West for, I think, 30 years now. So maybe share a little bit about some of your early training and what put you on this path.
So sure. Yes, I was born in China, and in my early 30s, I came to the United States as an exchange teacher. And now here I'm in Minnesota. So I love the culture and the weather too in Minnesota, though it's getting a little bit too cold. I've been practicing Qigong for a long, long time. So when I was little, I practiced Tai Chi and Kung Fu, the martial arts. And then later on, through my lifetime, so I developed some arthritis playing basketball, and especially working on the farm up to my graduation from high school. I was working on the farm for 5 years. There's a lot of injuries, carrying hurt cargoes or things on my shoulders. And, I have a lot of damages to my lower back, to my neck and the shoulders, and especially my knees. So after playing basketball, I had a major injury in my knees. And later on, the doctor said I need surgery. At that time, I was too young for this concept to have a surgery to my knees. But the doctor said even surgery, they were not sure that could help me that much. So I tried acupuncture, I tried many other different modalities of healing, injection, etc. It helped a little bit at the very beginning, but later on, the pain came back even worse. And then later on, it developed into severe arthritis. So I was very, very painful, and every night, especially in the springtime, that was I live in the southern part of China. The weather in springtime was very, very damp and a lot of humidity. And so in a bad day, when I walk up the stairs, I have to use my hands to crawl up the stairs. So sometimes the pain was so painful, I really wanted to cut my legs off. But anyway, so I continue. Though I knew a little bit about Qigong, but not in that level, I understood the power of Qigong. Then one day my colleague said, while this was Qigong Master coming to town, people by sitting in his workshop, they got their challenges, even severe challenges, cured by moving the Qi. So I went to his workshop. This workshop was held in a soccer field, and so thousands of people in the soccer field listening to him. And he was so good, 7 hours and a half talking, demonstrating, and nonstop, no bathroom time. But anyway, so I follow his guidance and I practice. When I went deep, while the Qi got activated in my body, it was like a volcano. The heat was running in my entire body and running down to my knees. And so at the end of the workshop, I got myself up from the ground. The pain, 85% gone. The swollen in my knees completely went away. That really caught my attention. So I continued to practice what he taught me and taught all of us, actually. And there was something amazing. I discovered that my suicidal depression also got cured without medicine. And so I had suicidal depression because of Cultural Revolution. At that time, before Cultural Revolution, we had a neighbor, and the neighbor's daughter got seriously ill, and my parents gave everything to help to save her life. Then Cultural Revolution came. At the time, I was only 8 years old, and my youngest brother was only 4.5. And so they came after us and kicked us out of the house in the wintertime. And so we couldn't understand why they called us, they named themselves as the devoted friends of my parents, but for no reason, but for every reason, right? And so they did this. And I didn't quite understand about that. So because of all, at that time when we tried to escape out of the town, and they were the one to put the rifle gun at my head, threatening me and my sister if we didn't tell them where our parents were, and they would kill us. Jeez. So of course, there's some other people was there, and they said, "Hey, the other kids were looking for their parents. Let them go." And then we just ran. We wish at that time we got 4 legs and ran away. So because of all these stories and other stories happened in my life, and I was so depressed. I just hated this world. Why the good people turn out to be bad people, and the bad people turn out to be good people, and the bad people, like the landlords in the town, when we were in difficulties, we didn't know each other at all. They reach out their hand and welcome us into their house to protect us. So I was so confused. So many times I wanted to end my life. It was so painful, and plus my physical illnesses. And then I wanted to find out an answer to one question: why this world was so bad, was so terrible. So when I did the Qigong, and the master said, in order to heal yourself faster, you need to forgive, open your heart, forgive those people who hurt you or your family in the past. Immediately, I said to myself, hey, no way, how could I forgive these people? When their life in danger, my parents gave everything to help them. And now, so for no reason, and they put their devoted friends, children, into the mouth of a wolf. So no way I could forgive them. But here the master's voice came. He said, well, if you want to really heal yourself faster, you can pretend to forgive these people. I said, wow, by pretending I can help myself to heal faster, I think that is a good deal. Then I visualize all of these guys standing in the sky, and then I say to them one by one, this is only pretending, okay? I pretend I love you, I pretend I forgive you, I pretend. After repeating that for 10,000 times, and this becoming like a mantra, like a chanting, and into something like a, also when I went deep with this vibration in my system, that's the time the Qi got really activated. So after I came out, from this meditation and following 2 months to practice this simple movement, I discovered that my suicidal depression went away. I was able to think in this way. If at that time, if these people did not do that because they were so close to my parents, and the gangs or the local government would go after them, so that we have more people suffer in the world. So that might not be a bad thing. We took all the sufferings. So then I also found the answer to my question, why this world is so crazy, it's so bad. Actually, the world is not so bad at all. And there's a lot of love and lots of kindness in the world. And you just need to open your heart to see the world from different perspective. So because of this, I continue to practice. I learned some basic techniques until one day I came to the United States. That was 1993. I was here in Minnesota participating in an AFS program. So in that program, it really opened my heart to so many dimensions. And during this time, 1 year in Minnesota, teaching in high school, elementary school, visiting different classes, and I met a lot of people. And then soon I opened a Qigong class in the local community, Immigrant Heights. That's where I was teaching. And then my first class was happened in that community. So 5 people signed up. And among these 5 people, only 2 people signed up by mistake. So that's how I started to my Qigong teaching. But in this group of people, 5 people, there was one lady with an oxygen tank who had been on oxygen for 6.5 years, diagnosed with a rare lung disease. The lung just filled with the scar tissues. And then the Mayo Clinic doctor wanted her to have a lung transplant. And she came to my class forced by her son. And she came not happy. And I asked her, how did you find out my class? She said, I didn't find it out. My son did. And my son said, Ma, you need to go to learn Chinese breathing. And I told my son, I've been breathing for 60 years. I don't need anyone from other side of the world to come here to teach me how to breathe. So then, of course, I said, well, now you're here and let's begin and see what happened. And I said, before I talk to you all the Qigong techniques, let's do a Qigong healing demonstration. So I asked the small group of people, is there anyone had any aches and pains in the body, like in the hands, in the back, etc. And she put up her hand. She said, I had a couple of tunnels in my wrist, pulling oxygen tank all these years. Can you do something? And I said, well, close your eyes. Put your hand on the table. Then I short fingered it, clear the blockage, and give energy back. In about 5 minutes, I asked her to open her eyes. And as she opened her eyes, she tried her wrist, and the pain went away. That really hooked her well to my class. She practiced the exercise. 4 weeks, she only need to use oxygen when she was cleaning the house. Most of the time, she did not need the oxygen. Not like before, 24 hours a day. 8 weeks later, she went back to the Mayo Clinic and checked it out. All the lung scar tissues disappear. So, of course,
that's amazing.
She was very excited about that. And then this is also give me the answer. And before this, I was looking for living a life meaningfully. I didn't find out what really I could connect to. After this, Qigong, that was my mission. And at the time when I practiced Qigong only for my own health and my hobby, and now after this, I really saw the future. So I went back to China 1 year later, and I went to the caves and I meditate in 24 hours, 28 days in the cave and with the 5 apples and 5 little bottles of water. And sometimes they go 3 days and 8 days, etc. Through all this training. The last training was 28 days in the cave. So before I ended that meditation, and I was given a message, a healer in every home in a world without pain and suffering, when I asked the universe what I was going to do with what I know about Qigong. So I took the message, and then I got a chance to go back to the United States. And since then, I've been teaching in the spring forest Qigong to the world. So that's how I got into.
Your story is totally amazing, and I know the results, like the woman with that was able to get off oxygen and heal her lungs. It's like there's so many people who have these stories around you. So let's kind of get a little bit under the hood and understand how this works. So let's say that somebody has trauma, like you had physical trauma or emotional trauma. How is a Qi intervention working with that to restore flow, to like open up and heal things that have been, diseased or blocked for some time?
Yes, absolutely. In order to understand the power of Qi, I think you need to have a little bit background. From the Qi perspective, the body was formed by 5 components. The physical, the frame of the body, like organs and tissues. That's the first one. The second one is the energy system. You need energy to run, right? So the water, electricity, heat, and minerals, and vibration, and oxygen, etc. Then the third part is the spirit. You have a spirit in your body. That spirit is the manager hired by the soul. The soul is the divine in your body. So then the physical part, like the physical body and then the energetic system, they belongs to tangible, and the spirit and the soul belong to intangible. How can the tangible and the intangible can communicate with each other? You need to have somebody who can speak 2 different languages. The intangible information, so that can pass through this interpreter to the tangible part of the body to make the movement. So now the in between, that is the Qi. Qi is not energy. Qi is intelligence. It holds the information of life blueprint, and it has the vitality code. So that's why the body, when you are sleeping, when your mind is doing some other things, and the body still operates on its own, and day by day, and minute by minute. So the energy is directed by the Qi. So some people said, energy medicine. If I ask you this question, now what kind of energy you are talking about in a body? You're talking about too much water or too little water, or too much water in the liver or too much water in the kidneys. And you say, I don't know. We don't know. But one thing knows, that is your Qi. Your Qi has the original vitality code and also the code of life blueprint. It operates according to that life blueprint to help the body to function. So you might notice that a lot of people had great energy, but dying. But lots of people have very little energy, but they live a very long time. You know why? Because the Qi. When the Qi works, even you have a very little energy, you can live a long time. If you have a lot of energy, but the Qi doesn't work, it's just like you have a tons of electricity in your house, but there's a socket. And now the people who live in that house do not fix the socket. Of course, there's nothing is going to happen, with the electricity, right? So you need to have the intelligence to make things work. So now, when you have this injuries traumatizing the chi system, these injuries could come from the physical injuries, like especially those sudden movements, like accidents, falls and hitting the tailbone, that kind of strong, surprising force traumatizing the chi system, and this energy will overwrite the original code of the vitality, and then the blueprint. For instance, just like you have a code to your garage. The code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then for some reason, you forgot one digit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 5, and all messed up. So you'll not be able to open the garage anymore. So that part of the system shut down, and you can use key to open your front door, but you'll not be able to open your garage until you need to bring it back. So that and traumatized chi in the body cannot make the body function normally according to the life blueprint anymore. So the first thing is the physical traumas, like accidents, falls, injuries. The second one is emotions, like grief, fears, a big anger, and those kind of things could also overwrite the code of life blueprint. And then the other one is the spiritual traumas. This is spiritual traumas from your previous life, or from your ancestors, or from the social karmas, or historical karmas, right? So this already embed in your DNA, causing the confusion of the chi system. So now, through my over 30 years healing people, I discovered this is just so amazing. If you, through some way, can clear this information and unblock the blockages covering the original code of the life blueprint, you can get the channels open again. You can get the chi work again, and then all the miracles like Esther Trejo would happen. So people with the tumors and with the MS and Parkinson's and stones and arthritis and migraine headaches and anything can be healed because they are the symptoms of this traumatized energy in the system.
That makes a lot of sense. So you're not actually having to heal from the outside. You're just kind of removing the traumatized energy and allowing the original blueprint to restore.
You betcha.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense. And so how is it that you're doing? So maybe share a little bit about some of the practices that are helping remove that traumatized chi and restore the original blueprint.
Okay, so then we come to the Qigong practice. The Qigong now here in Springfield Qigong, I share with you some unique techniques to clear this traumatized energy through breathing, through simple movements, and of course through your mind. Now, here this is something I want you to pay great attention to. And you might say, well, just slow down your breath and put your mind in peace and focus on the positive things in your life and be happy every day, right? That's great. That's a great place to start. But you know what? The real power of Qigong is you need to go into a state of feeling between being and not being. which the Chinese masters from ancient time already discovered. They use one word, it's called xuan. That means you feel that elevating feeling. You feel that like an airtime feeling. You need to get to that moment to feel that energy. You breathe, you feel that way. It's not like you slowly feel that elevating expansion of your body, or feeling the air time with your body. And then so in the movements, you also need to feel that tingling sensation in your hands or in any part of the body. So if you can get deep into the feeling, that hallelujah, you can get the channels open just many times faster than the regular exercises. So here, I want you to pay attention to that. Qigong movement is not workout exercise. It can work as workout exercise, but it's beyond that, because Qigong focuses on moving the qi. The qi is between being and not being, between tangible and intangible. So you need to find a feeling. When you do that practice, then you feel something tangible and intangible at the same time. Like you feel something. Oh, when you look at it, there's nothing there. But when you say, I don't see anything, but I feel something, So that is the feeling you need to get into. Now, when this traumatized energy happen in the body, there's many parts of the body can be traumatized. But one thing, right now, say, people have let me ask you this question. What kind of causes of all the challenges in the body has the number one cause of death? That's the heart, right? The heart. Now, why? Actually, a lot of people work on the heart itself. Yeah, there's no mistake, and that's fine. But you know what? What is the main blockage leading to the failure of the heart, leading to the dysfunction of the heart? And not many people know about that. Actually, it is in the spine, between the shoulder blades, the T number 6, 5, 6, 7. There's 3 vertebrae. So a lot of people have a heart attack or heart disease and experience back pain. So that is it. If you can get that part, the body opened, a lot of problems can be resolved. The heart will give heat to the small intestines. The heart will give energy to the lungs, to the brain. So all the chronic diseases have a direct relationship with the function of the heart. So now here, I discovered, now this exercise is going to help you. You put your hands in front of you, straight up your back. Slowly you bend over, which I call it dolphining the spine. Extend your stomach forward a little bit, and then the chest, and then the neck, and then repeat. Do it slowly, gently, and you feel that airtime feeling. Okay, continue to move in this way. And piece by piece, you feel the movements of each vertebra. While you're doing so, you will feel there's a little bit pulling sensation in your shoulders, in the muscles of the upper back, and then the upper chest. Of course, the neck too. And this movement is going to create a lot of movements, pumping the energy from the tailbone through the spine to the neck, and then to the brain. When you dolphin in this way, you help to unblock the traumatized qi and energy connecting to the heart, so that the energy and the information from the qi system can reach to the heart, to the lungs, to the chest, to the breast. I have people who had heart palpitation and leaking valves in the heart, a memory issue, and asthma. Just by doing this one movement, all the traumatized energy got released and the body got healed, and healed completely. Like my wife, who used to have asthma since she was little, but by doing this simple movement, within a few weeks, that symptom completely disappeared. Now she was healed over 20 years. Never came back. The symptom never came back. All right, one more time. Okay, you can put your hands down. So it is just like that simple, my dear friend. Of course, there's some other problems, like people got a fall, got felt on the tailbone. That energy got traumatized to the qi system, controlling the lower abdomen, like reproductive organs and bladder, and people who have enlarged prostate or uterus problems or ovary cancers or fibroids, all these kind of things. That's because of that little tailbone got cracked and that energy got traumatized. So now I have techniques. No worry, I have techniques. You can help to open that up so that the energy, the qi, can flow again, directing the energy flow. That's why I always remember this this lady when I was having a class in New Jersey, and she came one day before the class. When she sat down, and we had an appointment before the class, and she was sobbing. She said, for over 40 years, she had the canker sore every day in the mouth, not be able even to drink a sip of water. If she drink a sip of water, that was a killing. And the heart palpitation, dizziness all the time, and then the asthma, lung breathing, and the body was so weak, and diarrhea all the time. So when I did the reading of her energy, I asked her, you had so many damages to your tailbone. That's because that damage, that traumatized energy, blocking all the qi flow from the tailbone up to the brain. Then she told me when she was 16, she fell down from the roof, cleaning up the gutter. She fell on the tailbone, and then a couple of times since she fell from the horseback and re-hurt the tailbone, and very painful. And since then, she started having the canker sores all the time, and then the heart palpitation, and then the dizziness all the time, and then the diarrhea, and lots of other issues. Because the tailbone is the first gate of the vitality. When that part got traumatized, the energy would shoot directly from the tailbone up to the brain. it traumatizing all the chi system, so that the energetic system got traumatized. So I work on her, clearing the tailbone, the blockages, gave her a couple of movements to do. The next morning she came, she was the first one to come to the class, and she was so happy and crying. She said, first time she slept through the night, and her canker sore half gone. And throughout the practice in 3 days, and plus in some other up to the class, and she healed herself without medicine completely.
Wow. Your stories are always so remarkable. I want to ask a little bit about how you said that when you kind of block at the tailbone, that sort of distorts the whole system. How is it that Qigong is also helping to reconnect us with the kind of wider Qi field that we're situated in?
Yeah. So because the body is the miniature of the universe, we're always connected to the universe. So your body needs to refine the system all the time, connecting to the divine. So that just like you have a laptop, you have a cell phone. Once in a while, you need to update it, upgrade it, right? With the headquarters. Otherwise, so quite a while ago, I didn't know how to update or upgrade my laptop, and so one day it broke. I couldn't make it work anymore. I have to have my office people to help me out. So that's exactly what happened. You need to update your system through sleeping, through movements, so that you can catch up with all the changes in the universe, like the weather, the sun, the moon, the movements, and the seasons, and lots of things going on in the world, right? In different year, the energy in the globe, in the sun is different. So your body needs to update with the information so that you can function well with the pace of the divine. Now, in order to have the message of the divine going to your system, so that system helps you to direct that information to your system, is your chi field. Some people call it the aura around you, but aura is only part of the chi field. The chi field is much bigger than your aura, so you can connect to the divine better. It is an external communication system. And just like you have internet, you have a Wi-Fi, right? You connect to the satellite and your cell phone, and not the walkie-talkie, right? Walkie-talkie, internally you can communicate, but hey, you need to communicate with your daughter in Chicago, with your grandpa in Boston, right? So you need the internet. So the internet, that's the chi field. You need that connection. So through the Qigong movement, you inhale, you open. So this is in Spin for Qigong, what we do. You inhale, you visualize the universal love, light, Qi coming in through every part of your body and collects in your lower dantian, which is deep in behind the navel, or in other parts of the body. It depends on a situation. Basically, it's in the lower dantian. When you exhale, you see light shooting out from every part of the body to the end of the universe. So in this way, you open yourself to the universe, connecting to the divine through your breathing. And then you are able to receive the information in time to help you to upgrade, to update the information in your body so that you can be in sync with the vibration and the message and the information of the divine. So the more you can do that, the better health you can maintain and the longer life you are going to live.
Beautiful. So our original blueprint is connected to the larger blueprint, and that sustains us. You mentioned
Yeah.
movement, and I know that's a lot about what people associate with Qigong practice. Do you want to share anything about tapping and bouncing as ways to kind of help to move some of the traumatized energy and access this deeper template?
Oh, sure. Yeah, in my teaching in Springfield Qigong practice, we always have people to tap 4 energy points on the face, like the beginning of the eyebrows, and then the face, and so about 2 inches. When you draw a line direct from the pupil down to the face, it's about 2 inches. There's 2 points, and you tap this area for the 30 seconds to 1 minute, and tap the beginning of the eyebrows about the same length of time. Now, why you do so? Because in our body, we have 12 major qi channels, and some people call it meridians. Now, there's 2 meridians, qi channels, mainly in charge of detoxification, releasing blockages. So the bladder channel, which is it begins in the corner of the eyes and then goes through the beginning of the eyebrows and then go up to the top of the head and then down to the sides of the spine and then to the bottom of the foot. And then so the stomach meridian, qi channel, starts from the face over here. It helps to detoxify from the front. So this is 2 garbage truck lines. Let me put it that way. Every day it collects garbage from all these points, organs and tissues, and dump it out from the back. That's the bladder meridian is doing. And then the stomach meridian helps to collect all the garbage and dump it down through the front to the toes. So, and by tapping this area, you can get a lot of great benefits. Like people have headaches, eye problems, glaucoma, macular degeneration, and gum issue, limb system issues, and lots of things. Just by tapping these areas, you can get great benefits of doing that. And then the bouncing, so just drop your shoulders and just bounce like this. And you don't need to lift up your heels, just bounce in this way. When you bounce like that, the earth is a big piece of magnet, and your body is a small piece. By bouncing like this gently, while you're watching TV, you can do so. And for like in 5 minutes or so, you put all the qi channels, energetic systems, but in alignment with the whole body. Something immediately you're going to get benefit is you put the piece of the spine back in alignment. When the spine is back in alignment, then the qi, the nerve system, and then the energy system can send message and energy in time to all the internal organs to help to get everything function normally.
Mm. That makes a lot of sense. It's so great to have your background in mastery to illuminate how these practices can help. Do you want to share anything about just our mind's role in perpetuating some of these traumatized energy patterns and how to shift that?
Sure. Now, so about your mindset. Now, some people said, so you need to let go with the negative thoughts and etc. I tell you, that is very difficult. So once you have something in your mind, it's so difficult to let go, especially when you have this traumatized energy because of the emotions like fears and divorce and chaos happening in your life. And how can you let go, right? So now here, there is something you can get your mind calmed down, and you say the password in your Qigong practice. So, I am in the universe. The universe is in my body. The universe and I combine together. You feel that your body and the universe merging together as one at this moment. Give yourself a few minutes to feel that. After that, now you do the Qigong movements. For instance, you do the breathing of the universe. Inhale, open your hands to the side. Exhale, close your hands. You take 5 seconds or more to inhale and 5 seconds or more to exhale, or less, right? So continue to repeat in this way. Now, here, what your mind is going to focus on. You focus on the tingly sensation in your hands. You feel the breeze or the tingly sensation or the warmth or the coolness in your hands. You continue to focus on that. While you're focusing on your hands with the feeling, you know what? Automatically you let go with those negative memories. Then you have a peace of mind. When the mind is in peace, that is the time you activate the unconditional love energy from your heart. Unconditional love energy is most powerful healing energy, right? We all know that. It only got activated when your mind is in peace. So when you feel the feeling in your hands, your mind is in peace. So automatically that divine love got activated. Together with the Qi, you can create miracles anytime.
Beautiful. Well, so empowering to hear from you, like the deeper understanding of how this all works, and there's some very deep but simple principles that really can help us heal in such a profound way. I want to spend some time now talking explicitly about your upcoming course, since it's a remarkable opportunity to learn from you and all the decades of mastery and this ancient lineage, how to do this healing work and clear things that might have been problems for a long time for people. So Master Chunyi has agreed to teach a brand new program for Shift. It's called Qigong to Heal the Hidden Imbalances Living in Your Body, Mind, and Spirit. Release deeply held trauma to restore energy, vitality, and flow. You can find it at the URL qigongforblockedenergy.com, qigongforblockedenergy.com. It's a 7-week program. There are no prerequisites. You don't have to have any Qigong background. Master Chunyi is going to really take you through each of the foundations as you go. So, Master Chunyi, would you be willing to share some of your intentions for what people will come away with the course from?
Oh, yes. And so together, as what Stephen just said, and so we have 7 modules. So in these 7 modules, I will focus on the most important things which will cause the energy and the Qi traumatized, leading to chronic illnesses in the body. So I will talk about from the physical perspective to the emotional perspective and then to the spiritual perspective. The physical perspective is, for instance, the 2 modules, I will cover the main areas where the Qi hubs and the energy hubs can be traumatized, leading to severe health challenges in the body, like the tailbone, the back, the base of the head, the shoulders, and even the middle of the palm. For instance, if you something hit the middle of the palm very badly, and you have that pain vibrating through the arms, there is pain in the middle of the palm can traumatize your heart. Do you know that? When you're holding your cell phone, for instance, you're holding your cell phone, the corner of the cell phone, stick to the middle of the palm for too long. this can also block the qi communication, damaging your heart. So now, once this happens, how can you release these blockages? Simple massage cannot help. Yeah, a little bit, but not in that level, because this traumatized energy already in your DNA, in your memory, in your subconscious mind. So you need to use unique technique, which I call it the xuan mind, the mind feeling the being between being and not being, to help you to unblock that. So I will, of course, in the course, throughout the entire 7 modules, I will, from different perspectives, to show you how to unblock these blockages. Then, so the emotions, from the emotion perspective, like fears. Do you notice this? And like the dogs and cats, all of a sudden somebody or got scared by something, the legs drops, and then it passes out the urines, and even the bowel lost the bowel movement control, right? Why so? Because the bladder and the bowel movement, they all controlled, have something to do with the kidney energy, with the vitality. And the legs, especially. So when people get in a kind of a fearful, scary situation, the legs shaking, right? So very, very weak. Why so? Because at that moment, the body is depleting tremendous energy, the vitality. That's why the legs cannot support the body. And then the urine goes out and without any control. So now, how you, and when this energy, this traumatized energy happen, if you don't get in time to clear this vibration, and this message is get into your DNA. Once it's in your DNA, it is in your subconsciousness system. So you have these fears in any situation relating to something like this, and your body got traumatized. So you continue to have a second or triple or multiple traumatizing movements in the body, and that will get that message into your system even deeper. Now, what happens in the body? Your chi system got overridden again and again and again and again. So the code, you cannot even see one digit the same as the original one. So huge chaos happen in the body. And like fears and anger, right? And anxiety, and this kind of things what happen, and grief, sadness. Mainly, I'm going to talk about 3 things, like the fear, anger, and grief. How this energy, the events could traumatize your chi system, so that the energetic system, leading to chronic diseases of any kind. So now I will share with you the techniques how to unblock these blockages, how to cancel out this vibration, how to take the cover one layer after another out, so that you can see the original the code of life blueprint, and you activate that life blueprint to help you to re-download the original perfect system from the divine, so that your body can be healed. And then the last 2 modules. So I have 3 modules on the emotions. Then I have 2 modules on the karmas, the karmas from your personal life, your personal karmas from your previous life, which already in your DNA. and then your ancestors' karmas. That's also already in your DNA. So how can you clear this collected energy information in your system, in your DNA, to clear this information so that your body, all the energetic system, and then the chi system will be in sync with the divine.
Well, what a beautiful overview. So it's a really extraordinary, very in-depth, very comprehensive training in how to use Qi to clear and heal trauma and blocked energies. If you choose to move forward, you're going to get not only those 7 90-minute live sessions with Master Chunyi, you're going to get recordings of every session. You'll have word-for-word transcripts. There's weekly practices that you can do at home. There's a community group to support you and deepen your experience, as well as small group time to connect with other participants. And on the page, you're going to see a number of extra bonuses to really enhance your journey. There's a video recording from Master Chunyi called Enlightenment Promise Interview with Master Chunyi and Master JC. You want to share anything about that
Jackie?
one?
The Enlightenment Promise?
Yeah.
This is a fantastic book I wrote, recently published. So it's talking about how to open your heart, and with the teaching from Buddha, the Heart Sutra, to see from different dimensions about the relationship between you and the divine. So in this way, you are able to, in a high level, to cultivate the power of the omnipotent power from the universe, from the divine, to help you to heal the body and also open your heart to enlighten yourself.
That's just one bonus. There's a second bonus. It's an audio recording from Master Chunyi called Healing Our World, Guided Meditation. So more focused on the collective. And then there's also a special bonus you get if you sign up by midnight tonight Pacific time. There's a video and audio recording. It's called Transforming Negative Karmas Sutra. Want to share more about today's special bonus folks get if they sign up by midnight?
Yes. So the 7 days blessing, and also every year at the beginning of the new year, I and the Tibetan monks in the monastery in Minnesota, we conducted a worldwide blessing, settling the energy from different levels, clearing karmas, create protection, and then so help you with prosperity, and to push the negative energy away from your home, from your loved ones, so that by doing so, and we help the world with more peace.
What a beautiful, beautiful bonus and a great reason to sign up right away. So this is clearly going to be an incredible class, so powerful, so personally healing, and also impactful on the collective. We've kept the investment for it very accessible. It's just 3 payments of $128. You save 10% when you pay in full, with 1 payment of $349. The course is going to start June 2nd and run Tuesdays at 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern. But even if you can't make the live times, you can still get the full value with the recordings, the transcripts, and the community as well. There's some beautiful testimonials on the page. You know, very high-level teachers like Jack Canfield are huge fans of Master Chunyi's work, as well as many students, many people who've healed lifelong challenges. So you're in really good hands, and you're working with a true master. So again, it's all at qigongforblockedenergy.com, qigongforblockedenergy.com. And if you choose to move forward today, you're going to get that 7-day blessing on Transforming Negative Karmas Sutra. So Master Chunyi, it's always such an honor and blessing to be with you. Thank you for everything you've shared and demonstrated here today. Anything else that you want to share with folks who are considering joining your full course?
Sure. And well, when you come to my class, and make sure you bring your unconditional love with you. Using the unconditional love, you are able to help you to clear your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and you can activate the Xuan mind to help you to clear all these unnecessary forms of energy in your body and get yourself back to alignment with the universe and heal yourself completely. Looking so forward to seeing you soon.
Well, what a blessing. That is such a blessing for all of us to be able to access that. Thank you, Master Chunyi, and thank you all for joining. And again, if you want more details on this upcoming course, which is going to be amazing, it's at qigongforblockedenergy.com, and you'll get that special bonus of the 7-day blessing, Transforming Negative Karmas Sutra, when you sign up by midnight tonight. So thank you so much.
So thank you.